Hello, true art believers, and welcome to today's live art stream. I'm only do one thing. Actually, no, we'll wait that. My Wi-Fi, my internet's doing a little crazy thing right now. Let's turn it in airplane mode. I just want to make sure that everything's okay so I don't have any issues, any lag. And welcome to today's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and you are watching a new chapter in punishment. I'm going to be doing 400 days of drawing now. I'm tacking on another 100 days on there. Why not? I just keep going. I'm just moving that goalpost farther and farther, and then see what happens from it. So it's going to be 400 days of drawing, and today we're going to be doing 90-second gesture drawings. So a little bit more time than 30 seconds. Significantly more time than like about 3 times more than 30 seconds, right? Is that 3 times more? No, it's 2 times. About 3 times. Yeah. Anyways, so significantly more time than you normally see me drawing, and it's still going to be very very quick, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see how well I'm able to adapt to a 90-second drawing. I'm going to be doing about 20 of them. So let's begin today's stream. All right, so let me do a few things. I want to make sure that I'm on the right layer, and I think I got it set up. Hopefully when I start, it just opens up the screen. But we'll see. Okay. Whoa, this is something else right here. All right, so 90 seconds begin. We're just going to be moving, going to move around, kind of keep a quick pace here. Again, 90 seconds is still not really a lot of time to do anything substantial. So if like your forms are off, you don't have a lot of time to kind of correct them. So I'm just going to be very gestural for these first few drawings. And given the fact that it's my first warm-up drawing, it's not going to really look like anything. It's going to be very like loose, very abstract. I'm just trying to get into this like phase. So this is a very odd pose. The dude's like laying down. He's got his neck tilted all the way to the other side, and it needs more time than 90 seconds to work on it. And already, because my first drawing, there's going to be a lot of rough edges. That's the thing about drawing, is you got to get into that zone, and it takes a little bit of time to kind of get into this moment where you're this visual zone. So this is another one, pretty good. This guy, it's a dude doing yoga. Still need to get acclimated. I'm so used to doing class mode where I would do 30 seconds, and then I would graduate to 1 minute, then I'd go to 5 minutes, then I'd go to 10 minutes. But 90 seconds is an odd time frame for me. So I'm going to start switching it up every day on these live streams. I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to be doing a variety of time frames for these drawings. So some will be like, one will be like 120. Yeah, like what? So it would no about no it would be about 60 30-second drawings, and then I'm gonna jump around. I don't know. I'm going ahead of myself right now. This is not that good. I kind of got distracted. I'm a little loose, little rough today. I don't like these poses. I hate them with a passion. I don't like the back poses. I don't know whoever thought that was like an interesting pose to do. I just don't really find them interesting. Um, in order for them to be like interesting to me, it would have to be really good lighting where there's a lot of contrast, right? And there would have to be the person would have to be really defined, would have to have a really defined muscles, you know, for in order for me to be like, huh, I want to spend some time on this drawing. Um, so I'm getting a little bit better, kind of getting acclimated to the time. Still holding my pencil like it's a wand. So I'm holding it like it's a wand, so I don't tighten up subconsciously. Like it's a way to kind of forego this problem where I have this little habit that I have where I tighten up my drawing, and because I tighten up my drawing, everything else kind of it loses something in the translation. So I kind of been doing this to kind of force myself to be a little bit more loose with my rendering. So this guy's kind of doing sitting down here. You can't really see his head, where his head ends and where it begins, because the background's black. He's got like black hair, you know. And here's another one. This is a lying down pose. I don't think I'm going to get the the I don't think I'm going to get what I want out of it. It's not 60 seconds. 90 seconds is not enough time for me to like flip the the drawing canvas so that I have um, more space. I can't tell if my computer's bugging out or that's outside. All right. Something weird is going on outside. I can't tell if I really it sounds like it's the inside of my computer, but it's not. Anyways, let's go to something more interesting. Okay, got to do the head, and then we're going to do the so it's a guy sitting on a chair without any pants. He's out without any. He doesn't have any pants. He doesn't have any some Hanes underwear on. He's just hanging out. By the way, the website that I'm using to do these drawings from is called quickposes.com. I need to put a. I'm going to start putting a link on to all the websites that I'm using to do these gesture drawings because I find them very helpful in order to. I don't know. I don't think I'm getting very fast here. Perhaps I'm distracted because it's the holidays. Who wouldn't be, right? Those are his ears, the backside, leg, kind of exaggerated the calf there. I'm not gonna lie, I am not paying attention to what's happening here. I'm not really focused. My mind is elsewhere. It really is. And that's a really important thing I want to stress. I'm not always when you're drawing, you're not always going to be present. And one of the things that's really important with drawing is being present. And you need to be present to really um, to really like make decent drawings. And if you're not there mentally, you know, it's going to be very difficult for you. There's going to be days where you're not going to be like up for the challenge, or something's going to be pulling your attention away from you, and that's okay, right? I've had 300 days of my fair share of that, where something is taking my attention away from drawing, you know. So it's fine to feel that. I'm not even getting his arms in there. I don't have time. Anyways, there you go. Kind of put like something like that. This is something to kind of show that there were arms. I intended on drawing arms. Get the head in there, right there, and then right. Oop, nope. Doing a little bit of a color testing. We don't want that color testing happening. There we go. Okay. My I had a few things I kind of had to adjust. All right. So I'm at the seventh photo. 7 out of 20. I'm gonna be doing 20 90-second figures studies. And that normally I would do more. I would do about 30 minutes worth, but I can't divide the figure studies into in between 20 and 30. I can only do jump from 10 figures, 20 figures, or 20 or 30 figures, and I can't really change that. So another 30-second. We're at number 8. Let's get the guy's head in, kind of like a leaning down pose. Gonna get that leaning down, get his neck in there, put some claves in there, and then we're gonna put the twisted part in, and then we're gonna get the other part that is not twisting. Show the part that is showing the weight right here. Right there, you kind of put this finger right here. Just do something like that. And then he's got his shoulder like that. How much time? I don't even know how much time I have left. It doesn't show me the actual like time I have. It just kind of shows like a little. It's almost like a like a sand timer. It just kind of shows you like where that's at. It doesn't really give you, oh, you have 10 seconds, oh, you have 30 seconds, et cetera, et cetera. Just kind of gives you a general shape, like a weird little dial thing saying, all right, you're getting near. Well, this one's okay. This one turned out all right for 90 seconds. Okay. And let's see here. This guy's a little bit more fit, so I can add a little bit more like form in here to express what's happening. I have like less than half amount of time left, so we're gonna have to kind of just be very gestural with what I'm doing here and hope that it works out. Okay, his arm's crossing his face, so you can't see his face. His hand's kind of covering his shoulder there. You really can't see that. His arm is like just kind of hanging out here. Ah, I didn't get to his hand. That happens. So 10's 10. Oh my gosh. How much is 20 times, what's 20 times 90? Oh, it is going to be 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, I thought it would have been done. So I got about 15 more minutes. Oh man, all right. I thought I was going to get done early. I don't know what I was thinking. I was being silly. So this guy's we're going to give him something like that. Is this arm right here is in foreshortened. I don't really have enough time to kind of, well, I do have time, but I don't, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to establish the figure in the amount of time that I have, and I'm trying to do things that I feel that are important. All right. So this is another one. Guy's like on his, he's on like all fours. And then this one actually is a decent photo for what it is. Nice contrast. Just not enough time to really work on it, you know? Really not enough time to kind of work on the oh, I wasn't even looking how much time I had left. I'm running short. And here we go. All right. Let's move on. I'm kind of like I'm kind of tightening up and I don't like that. So we're going to kind of try to be mindful of that and loosen up again. Or try to loosen up. I don't know. Another thing that I'm doing, I know that I'm doing wrong is I'm drawing too large again. I'm not able to get the figure in the frame. So I think this next 100 days is going to me be one of the things I'm going to start doing is I'm going to focus on getting the figure into the frame and just get really good at that. It's going to take some time, but if I just keep focusing on that and practicing, I think I'll be able to do it. I mean, I'll have a ton of hours of like reps in between that time frame. Um, I just hope that I'll be able to do it. His arm's going to come off the paper, and not enough time to really develop that. But that was an okay one. So my goal is to really start. I need to learn how to get these figures into the picture plane. Now, ones that are like really simple, like this one, like a standing pose, I have a little bit better. I'm a little bit better at doing. But other ones that are like very dynamic and they have a lot of things happening, it gets very difficult for me to do because there's just so much happening. And my goal, like, there's a lot of twisting and turning the figure might be doing. Um, who knows? Who knows what's the initial cause of it? Um, it's just like when there's a very dynamic pose, where there's a lot happening, um, it can be very difficult because I'm kind of focused on getting that like energy in to the figure, and if there is a lot of things happening, it can slow me down. Like this one, I spent too much time talking, so I'm not able to finish it. I really did. I spent too much time kind of talking, and that slowed me down. Like just talking is going to be an aspect that people need to understand that when you talk uh, and you're trying to draw at the same time, your drawing is going to suffer. It's just going to suffer. You're not going to be as effective. I've talked about this numerous times, and people might lie to you and say, "Oh, you know." I beg to differ. I think you're not going to be as effective at drawing as if you were to just be quiet and kind of focus on the task, because you're focusing on the task. When I'm doing it live, there's certain things there that are pulling my attention away from the um, the drawing, and that pulling away is is very that it's very that's a very important thing. It's very key. If something's pulling you away from the drawing, that means you're not focusing on it. And so when you're drawing and you're talking at the same time, like I am right now, there is a a a certain amount of like that is distracting me. You know, I don't have enough time to put his arms in. The head's all kind of willy nilly, but oh well. I noticed that my drawings have kind of petered out. I've kind of lost the edge because I've kind of just kind of I don't know. I lost it. I don't really have anything in me tonight. Very tired. And perhaps I might be able to wrangle up something. I don't know. This guy's doing like a punch in the air. It's kind of like that. Not a lot of time to do anything else besides kind of just yeah. All right. And this one's kind of interesting. Well, actually, no. I changed my mind. All right. So let's kind of get this one in. No head. There's no head. No head, just torso. All right, let's do it. Let's see what we can do in the time frame that I have. What's happening in his hands? I can't tell. They're in like perspective. All right. Something like this, kind of. And he's got these knees here, kind of doing a knee. They're like doing some knee things. Like, hey, I'm a knee. Draw me. I'm a knee. I'm like, no, I don't want to draw you. And again, this is this is an interesting drawing if you had time to kind of add value because there's a lot of things happening that you can't really see. It's a very like like emotional image of the figure. Very it's something you would need more time to render. You really don't see a lot of the form in this drawing, in this photo. You just kind of see like semblance of one. All right, so here's another one. Here another, start a new one. Seated pose. Guys in like a a uh, a like a he's staring off into the wind because it's sunny. So what's happening here is he's like in in shadow and his torso. I can't tell what's happening in his torso right here because it's all in shadow. He's got his leg up here and it's creating a cast shadow here. And I'm like, where's his torso end? Because if I was going to draw what I see, it's like weird. So that's the thing about drawing from photos. Like there's definitely some handicaps happening here. You know, you just kind of have to kind of fill in the blanks. And unfortunately, I spent more time kind of talking about what's happening than actually drawing. And my drawing's going to suffer for it, you know, just like I've been talking about over and over again. You know, my drawing's going to suffer for basically trying to explain something that's happening. I'm giving these like monster calves. He's like on a chair. You can kind of get this feeling that he's sitting on a chair. All righty, let's see here. Get the head in, get the back, the neck, and we're going to move on to the torsion part of the torso. We're going to move on to the stretched part of the torso. And we're going to add the flexed part of the leg. Notice how I kind of exaggerated that toe area. That's on purpose. And then you got this leg here. Making an odd looking shape here. I'm exaggerating. He's actually got his arms coming off the frame here, but I don't have the time to kind of address that. His head's probably more tilted down. Like they're cranking. His head's being cranked a little bit. So that's a weird drawing, and I don't have time to fit it in there. And I got one more drawing after this one. Kind of like a Superman pose. Put the neck there. Draw the clavicle type shape. And then we're gonna I'm trying to veer away from like rendering it like a comic book because there's this thing where everyone, when you see like a muscular figure, you want to do like a generic muscular figure drawing, but I want to kind of capture this guy. There's this kind of knee-jerk response to drawing figures that are muscular, kind of the same. Like the same with every like in like superhero comics. This guy's standing on his toes. It feels like he's kind of standing on his toes. I can't tell. Yep, I don't have enough time. All right. Last drawing, last 90-second drawing, and then that's it for the day. I gotta call it a day, call it short, and hopefully the next time will be better. I think what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start doing like cycling through a variety of like pose lengths. So I'll probably do like you know I don't know 30-second, 1 minute. 30 seconds gonna be intense. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, etc. I pushed that down. And I gotta get this head in. And let's get this guy's legs in, or try to in the front time frame that I have. He's kind of like kneeling. His other leg's doing like something like this, compressed, and he's got this foot here, kind of doing a foot thing. And that's it. That is it. That was pretty. This last one was pretty good, and I kind of like the gesture. I kind of like it like being aggravated like that, or distorted. And we're gonna put 21. This is day 301. Whew. I'm really pumped. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've done 301 days of drawing, and I feel like I've improved. It's gonna take some time, but um I think if I do 100 days of this, who knows where I'll be at. I think there's gonna be some major growth, because I also do some studies outside of these live streams. I do some studies, and I am trying to do more studies. But life happens, and a lot of times I have to devote towards doing these live streams, so I can't really devote a substantial amount of time outside of doing it. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's live art stream. This is Pierson here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed already. Really do appreciate it. I'm fixing on doing a art giveaway. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to set it up, and I need like a block of time to actually set it up. I'm just really slow at getting these art giveaways, because I usually create a landing page for people to kind of enter into the contest, and it takes me some time to do. And when I get that ready, I'm going to be announcing it to the world, and then there'll be a chance for people to win some free swag. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. Have a happy holidays. This is Pierson. Cheers.